Hello everyone. In this video, we are going to take up questions based on trigonometric functions, exponential functions and logarithmic functions. Here I have given you the list of formulae that we are going to use in the questions. Firstly, limit x tends to 0. If it is e raised to power x minus 1 whole upon x, then we can write direct standard answer as 1. If it is given log 1 plus x whole upon x, then it can be written as 1. If it is 1 plus x raised to power 1 by x, then it can be written as e. These are the trigonometric formulas that I have told you in the previous video also. This is another important formula. Limit x tends to 0, a raised to power x minus 1 whole upon x equal to log of a, where a is any constant term. Let's see how we can apply these standard forms in our given questions. Here the first question is given to you as limit x tends to 0, e raised to power 5x minus 1 whole upon x. That means I need to use my first formula, but whatever is your power of e should be there in the denominator. Here you are getting the power of e as 5x. That means 5x should be there in the denominator, which is missing. That means 5 is missing. So simply you can multiply and divide by 5. So you can write it like this: minus 1, 5x, divide and multiply by 5, and then for this you can write 1 and this 5 can be taken up. So that means you will be getting it as 1 upon 5. So it will go up. So you will just get answer as 5. Let's see the second question. Here it is given x tends to 0. Let's apply direct substitution method. That means put x equal to 0. Then I will be getting my denominator as 0, which is indeterminate form. So here I can see now this is in root value. So I will be rationalizing it. So let's rationalize it. So I will be multiplying it with 1 plus x plus 1 whole upon under root 1 plus x plus 1. Now I can simplify it further. This will give me limit x tends to 0, 2 raised to power x minus 1, and I am writing this as it is. This is 1 plus x plus 1 whole upon, this is again a minus b and a plus b. So I can write 1 plus whole square minus 1 whole square. So here I am getting it as limit x tends to 0, 2 raised to power x minus 1, and here it is just 1 plus x plus 1 as it is. Now here I am getting it as 1 plus x minus 1. Minus 1 and 1 gone. So now I am left with limit x tends to 0, 2 raised to power x minus 1 whole upon x into under root 1 plus x plus 1. Now let's see what standard formula I can apply over here. So I can see here this is constant raised to power x. So I can apply the seventh formula, which is a raised to power x minus 1 upon x. But then what about this? Yes, I can apply the algebra. I can separate the limit x tends to 0 for both of these functions. I can write it like this: limit x tends to 0 under root 1 plus x plus 1. Now for this I can write it as log of a, and for this, look, it is in the numerator, so I can substitute the value x tends to 0 over here. So if I write x equal to 0, I will get it as 1 plus 1. So I will be getting it as 2. So I will be writing, log a, and what is a over here? It is 2. So I will be getting it as log 2. That means 2 into log 2 is your answer. Have a look. Let's see this question, children. Here it is given limit x tends to 0, e raised to power ax minus e raised to power bx whole upon x. But you can see that the formula for e raised to power x is only this one. That means e raised to power x minus 1. But I am not getting minus 1 anywhere here. So what I can do over here, I can write it like this: limit x tends to 0, e raised to power ax minus e raised to power bx, and I can add 1 and subtract 1 out of this whole upon x. Alright. Now this minus 1 I can combine with e raised to power x. So here e raised to power ax minus 1. This minus 1 I am writing with this. Now here it is minus e raised to power bx plus 1. But I need minus 1 in the standard form. So I will be taking minus out of these two common, minus common. So I will be getting it as e raised to power bx minus 1, which is my required form. And this is my whole upon x. So I can segregate this x over here. Alright. Or I can write it as limit x tends to 0 e raised to power ax minus 1 upon x minus limit x tends to 0 e raised to power bx minus 1 x. This is the algebra that I can distribute this limit x tends to 0 to this term and to this term also. Alright. Now this is e raised to power ax, but ax should be there in the denominator, but it is missing. So what I will be doing? I will be multiplying and dividing with a, and here b is missing, so I will be multiplying and dividing by b. So for this complete I can write 1 upon, again this will be 1 upon a, minus this will be again, for this I can write it as 1. So 1 upon, this is 1 upon b. So here a will go up and b will also go up. So it is a minus b. Let's see this question, children. Here it is given under root 1 plus x minus 1. So I can see if I put x equal to 0, then log of 1 is 0 in determinant form. So I cannot direct substitute the value of x as 0. Here I am getting it is in under root, so I will be rationalizing it. So rationalizing it, I will be getting it as under root 1 plus x minus 1 upon log of 1 plus x as it is into 1 plus x, and this is minus over here, so I will be taking plus 1 under root 1 plus x plus 1. Alright, I will be writing it as limit x tends to 0. Here this is a minus b and a plus b. So I will be getting it as a square, that means just 1 plus x, and b square. So I am getting it as log of 1 plus x into 1 upon under root 1 plus x plus 1. Now 1 and 1 gone. I can write it as limit x tends to 0 x upon log of 1 plus x into limit x tends to 0 1 upon under root 1 plus x plus 1. Now you see the formula over here is log of 1 plus x whole upon x. So what I can do, I can take this x down. So I can write it as limit x tends to 0 1 upon log of 1 plus x whole upon x. This term can be written in this way. If you will solve it further, then again this x will go in the numerator only. That means we are correct. Now this limit you are going to write with the function. So you will be writing it here, limit x tends to 0. And here it is x tends to 0, put x equal to 0, you are getting just it as 1 by 2. So here I am getting 1 by 2. Alright. Now for this complete I can write it as 1. So I am writing it as 1 into 1 by 2, which is equal to 1 by 2. Isn't that easy? Let's try and understand this question, children. Here it is given limit x tends to pi sine pi minus x whole upon pi into pi minus x. I cannot write this as 1 because here in the standard formula it is x tends to 0. When your x tends to 0, then only this can be considered as a standard formula. But here it is given x tends to pi, so I cannot write this as 1. So what I will be doing here, I will be try to change the limit. Here it is given x tends to pi. I'll try to make it x tends to 0. Now in this type of question, you have to let pi minus x as some another variable. Alright. Now whenever you are doing this step in the questions of limit, then you need to, whenever you are doing this, let this equal to another variable, then you need to change the limit of the variable over here, because you are going to convert the question in terms of t. So your limit should also be in terms of t. So whatever you have supposed pi minus x equal to t, then you should be calculating the limit of t. That means when x tends to pi, that means when x equal to pi, then it will be pi minus pi equal to t, which is equal to 0. That means your t will tend to 0. Alright. Now I can convert this question into limit t tends to 0. This is sine pi minus x, I have taken t. So this is t upon pi can be written as t plus x. So I can write it as t plus x. Pi minus x is again t. Alright. Now children, look, if I am writing pi as t plus x, then my question is turning into two variable, which is not acceptable. That means you are not going to replace this pi with t plus x, but you will be writing this pi as pi, because this is a constant over here. So I will be writing this as pi only. Alright, so let it be pi. Now for this I can write 1, and this is 1 upon pi into 1, which is equal to 1 by pi. Alright, let's see the next question. Here it is given cos 2x minus 1. That means I have to apply cos 2x formula, and I know that cos 2x formula can be written in 4 ways, but I will be choosing that formula in which I will be getting only cos x. But here you can also use cos 2x equal to cos square x minus sin square x form, because you can replace this sin square x as 1 minus cos square x. So entirely you are getting the term into cos. So this will be minus and this will make it plus. So 2 cos square x minus 1. Alright, this is the proof how you have taken cos 2x equal to 2 cos square x minus 1. So I can write for cos 2x, I can write direct formula, which is 2 cos square x minus 1, or if you are taking cos square x minus sin square x, then also you will be getting, after conversion you will be getting this. So in place of cos 2x, I am using the form in which only cos x term is used. This is 2 cos square x minus 1 for cos 2x minus 1 whole upon cos x minus 1. Now again I can write it as limit x tends to 0. This is 2 cos square x minus 2. Minus 1 and minus 1 will be minus 2 whole upon cos x minus 1. I can take 2 common, x tends to 0, 2 common. So I am getting 2 common, cos square x minus 1 whole upon cos x minus 1. Now this can be written as, this is a square minus b square. So it can be written as limit x tends to 0 twice of a plus b and a minus b whole upon cos x minus 1. So cos x minus 1 and cos x minus 1 gone, and you are just getting it as 2 cos x plus 1. So I am writing here the next step, limit x tends to 0, you are getting it as twice of cos x plus 1. Okay, since cos x, okay, you are not able to see, I am doing the step here only. I will do it above only. Alright, so what I can write, limit x tends to 0 to cos x plus 1 and cos x minus 1 whole upon cos x minus 1. So this and this gone, so you are left with this. Now you can put x equal to 0 over here, and you know cos 0 is 1. So 1 plus 1 will be 2. 2 into 2 will be 4. So you will get your answer as 4.